Hello everyone, this is Brian Bentley at CoinOpTV bringing gameplay and commentary for Tales of Berseria on the PlayStation 4. Now, I have to admit that I'm a big fan of Tales games. I like the action-oriented role-playing game concepts. I normally like the characters, and it's weird because I sort of like them in different games. I like them differently. Now, I just wanted to show this real quick. Expeditions. This is kind of a newish thing where you can send the pirate ships out to find random stuff. I would love to say that there's like some kind of, real strategy involved with this, but there isn't. It's not really like a strategy-bound thing. Now, I am going to bring you a couple of different battles here. The first battle will be against what they call a red code red enemy, which I find kind of humorous. The concept of the game is you're these kind of band of outlaws, for lack of a better term, and the establishment, we'll call them, is called the Abbey, and they essentially are, the church who are supposed to go out, and they're supposed to be like crusaders to go out and defeat the demons. Except there are these quote-unquote code red demons that they signify. I'm also going to do some cooking. I'll talk about cooking in just a second. So, code red demons are really, really strong demons that the Abbey just decides not to go fight or something. I don't know. It's kind of flimsy, but let's talk about cooking for a second. Cooking is an integral part of all Tales games, and they do it a little differently in this time, which I find kind of interesting. I don't utilize it nearly as much as I should. Anyway, so we're fighting a code red enemy. They're supposed to be more difficult than others, and in certain respects they are. Now, what Eisen did right there was called a mystic art. That's kind of in all Tales games. Mystic arts are like special moves that you can do. You can notice that there's numbers at the end of our hit points. That is a gauge that builds up. And now I wish I would have been paying attention. There's a little blue orb there. Now, combos in Berseria are directly based on you notice there's these little diamonds next to my face. So the little diamonds next to my face are kind of give me a list of combos. It was another mystic art where she takes a paper doll and smacks it over the head with it. I don't know. It's Tales game. And when if I have, say, 3 diamonds filled, then I can do up to like a 3-hit combo. And also at that magic 3 diamond mark, I can also do where I kind of turn into a monster. I am a monster for all intents and purposes. I am a demon, or the main character is a demon, Velvet. Her hand can transform into a giant claw, which then gives her more power, but you sacrifice being able to be healed during that period of time. Now I'm trying to see if I activate that or not. Here we go. So here I activate it. I hit him with the thing. It theronizes me. So I get a bonus based on the monster that I actually swing at and hit, which is kind of neat. And then you do it for a time, and then you kind of end with a special move. And so that's kind of how it works. Anyway, I focused on the battles because I actually really enjoyed the combat. The story is just okay. I'm not gonna praise the story too much, although I do admit that I like these characters much better than I did Zestiria. I always screw that one up. Anyway, what I wanted to show you was if you have monsters out in the field and you get multiple ones together, you notice that black stuff shows up. and makes it a quote-unquote dangerous encounter, which can then spawn dire enemies, which are even stronger people than the Code Red enemies. So there is a lot you can do with the combat, even though I will admit it is a Tales game, so there's a lot of button mashing. Of course, I like to mix up my arts so that there's never, like I'm not really stuck doing the same art over and over again, but I do focus on, keeping like wind and water arts together and earth and fire arts together, that sort of thing. Overall, it's your typical Tales RPG. You have one character who then gets a bunch of characters. It's the epic storyline, right? Except in this case, we're kind of anti-heroes, which is kind of neat. We're definitely, everything is about being against the system and against the establishment and, anarchic in a way. So it's, I'm down to 4 health. That's, okay, I'm at 4 health. Anyway, I think I might eat it in this one. Oh, I'm down to 1. What's gonna happen? Anyway, so I'm really enjoying the battles. The characters are just okay. The story is the story. It's a Tales game, so that I know I keep making that as this standard that I'm working with, but that is the truth. The downside really to the game, if anything, is that it's still kind of like a really pretty PS3 game on your PS4. That's really my main problem with it. Alright everybody, I hope you liked the video. If you do, click the like button. It's underneath the number of views that we have. And be sure to put comments below. Are you playing Tales of Berseria? Do you like Tales games? What do you think about the video? Let us know. We always want the feedback. Alright, thanks everybody. I appreciate it.